Welcome back. And the National Hospice Foundation raises funds to support quality end-of-life care across the U.S. and making sure all people have access to it. The foundation's fundraising gala is next Friday, April 22nd, and the Gaylord Resort in National Harbor, Maryland. And the organization is welcoming some very special guests to D.C. They are real-life ambassadors of how much hospice and palliative care can help. Joining me right now are Sarah Meltzer with the foundation and Anita Brickman with National Hospice and Palliative Care Organization, its parent organization. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Hello. It's so good to see you guys. Okay, so tell me, let's get started. Where exactly does the money raised by the National Hospice Foundation, where does that money go?
Well, the National Hospice Foundation is the fundraising affiliate of the National Hospice and Palliative Care Organization, and we raise funds to help increase awareness, like our Moments of Life program, which we'll talk about in a minute, and increase access to care so that everybody in the country has access to care, including special populations like veterans, children, folks from different and diverse cultures, and then once we get them in that care, we do things to enhance that care, like our Lighthouse of Hope Fund, which helps to offer experiences to those patients and families.
So when you're talking about helping both hospice and palliative care, what is the difference?
So we're talking about hospice as for people with terminal illnesses. Typically they're in hospice maybe for about 6 months is the typical trajectory, but it is a whole team coming in. Palliative care is also comfort care, pain and symptom control, psychosocial help, social work, all of that, but it can be anywhere in a disease trajectory. So if someone has a really serious chronic illness, they can get palliative care. They just need to know to ask for it.
That's important
because
you think you really need one with the other.
Absolutely.
And so that's good to know. So we're talking about special guests, and we talked a little bit about this before our segment. Who are the special guests at this year's event?
Well, they are the Gladden family. Daryl and Andrea Gladden are the parents of Deidre. Deidre's story has been one of the newest ones we've added to our Moments of Life campaign. There
Deidre?
you see her. There she is. She was 28 years old when we shot this video. Deidre had lupus, she had kidney failure, you see her getting dialysis there. She also had physical therapy, but because palliative care came in, her doctors thought she was dying. She wasn't dying, she just needed her symptoms better controlled. She had a year more of independent living, praying with her family, going to church, writing her life story, doing all this because of a palliative care consult. Now, unfortunately, Deidre did eventually die from her disease, but that is the thing that we want to stress to people, is that because of palliative care and then hospice, she got more time and more precious time.
Yeah, absolutely, more quality time, yes. So you said the Gladden family participated in the Moments of Life campaign. How do Moments of Life fit with hospice?
I think it fits in a lot of ways, right, Sarah?
Well, hospice is about having more moments. A holistic team of professional caregivers, volunteers, chaplains, social workers, a whole cadre of folks come and help the patient and the family, and that's about making more moments happen. The Moments of Life is a public awareness campaign to be able to ensure that patients all over are aware and know that they can access that kind of care.
And all the people that you see on this video right here, they were real people that we videotaped as part of this campaign. No actors, no gimmicks. These are real people in hospice care, and hopefully it'll shatter some of the myths that people think it's something to be afraid of, when in fact it can be a really good choice as part of your healthcare journey.
Right, not just, for the entire family.
Right.
That's what I'm gathering here, that this is something that's going to help everyone involved. So if our viewers want to get involved and help out, how can they do that?
Go to momentsoflife.org. Right on the website, as I said, we are raising funds for this. It's an important campaign. Make a donation, tell your story, share your story, and very easily just do it online.
That's right. It's right there at momentsoflife.org. We hope that's catchy enough that everybody remembers
absolutely.
it.
Okay, so if you want to know more about hospice care and palliative care, where do we find this information?
Momentsoflife.org.
Everything's
it can
there.
all be found right there, from giving to finding a hospice in your community. If you're in need of such care, if you're not sure if you're not sure what kind of questions to ask, momentsoflife.org can answer those questions as well.
And also, you know, if people are grieving, one thing that all of our hospices do is they offer grief and bereavement support to their communities. And sometimes they have support groups for people who weren't even in hospice. So if you're struggling with the loss of a loved one, another place to turn is your local hospice.
Right, and that is so important to help, because This is a tough time for a lot of people, and they need all the support they can get.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So the gala is next Friday the 22nd.
That's right.
Okay, and we can go to momentsoflife.org for ticket information.
Absolutely. Right
Okay,
under
there's
that.
still tickets available?
There are still tickets available. There'll be
Okay.
tickets available all the way up until next Friday, the 22nd.
Okay, that sounds like a good time.
It will be, and for a
Fun
great
time.
cause.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. All right, well, Anita, Sarah, thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
We appreciate it. All right, well, stay with us. We have more of Let's Talk Live coming up right after the break.